This is a story from Vishnu Puran, the story of one of the greatest bhakts of Lord Vishnu, Prahlad. His father was Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu had received a boon from Lord Brahma. On the strength of this boon, he had conquered the three worlds. He drove out Indra from heaven and assumed the title of Indra. He also assumed the titles of Savita, Vayu, Agni, Varun, Som, Kuber and Yama. The Devatas had fled from Swarg and roamed around the world in human forms. Everyone had to worship Hiranyakashipu, the king of the Daityas. Hiranyakashipu lived in a magnificent palace. His son, young Prahlad, had been sent away to study with his guru. On a vacation, he came home with his teacher, and Hiranyakashipu naturally wanted to find out what his son had learned. "I have learned to pray to Lord Vishnu," said Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu was furious. "Why have you taught him this nonsense?" he demanded of the guru. "I have not," replied the teacher. "This is not what I have taught him. He is saying this on his own accord." "Dear son," said Hiranyakashipu, "who has taught you this rubbish?" "The teacher of all teachers, Lord Vishnu," came the calm reply. "Who is this Lord Vishnu?" asked Hiranyakashipu. "The Lord of my heart," said Prahlad. "Lord of your heart? How can you have a Lord other than me?" "He is not only my Lord, he is yours as well," replied Prahlad. "Lord of everyone." "Take him away," said the angry Hiranyakashipu. "Send him back to the teacher. Let him unlearn all this." Prahlad went back to his guru's home and studied there for many years. He was then again brought back before Hiranyakashipu. "Son," said Hiranyakashipu, "what did you learn to pray to Lord Vishnu?" was the reply. "Kill my son," said Hiranyakashipu. "There's nothing to be gained by his remaining alive. He's a disgrace to my family." On hearing these words, hundreds and thousands of Daityas attacked Prahlad with all sorts of weapons. But because Prahlad was protected by Lord Vishnu, the weapons could not harm him. Hiranyakashipu then let loose many poisonous snakes on Prahlad. But because Prahlad had Lord Vishnu's protection, the fangs of the snakes could not penetrate his skin. Hiranyakashipu then let loose many mad elephants to kill Prahlad with their tusks. But the elephants lost their tusks and bent down before Prahlad in prayer. On the orders of Hiranyakashipu, the Daityas next lit a fire. Prahlad was put into the fire, but the flames could do nothing to him. On witnessing all this, Hiranyakashipu's priests requested him to take Prahlad out of fire. "Don't worry," they said, "we'll give him a proper education." Prahlad went back to his guru, but whenever he could find the time, he began to teach the son of the Daityas. He taught them to pray to Lord Vishnu. This was reported to Hiranyakashipu, who instructed the cooks to poison Prahlad's food. The cooks did as they were told, but Prahlad thought of Lord Vishnu. The poison had no effect on him. The priests tried to persuade Prahlad once more, but to no avail. The priests then created a demon called Kritya, but once again Lord Vishnu saved Prahlad. The priests went back to Hiranyakashipu and told him what had happened. Prahlad was taken to Hiranyakashipu once again. "What gives you these powers?" said Hiranyakashipu. "These are not my powers," replied Prahlad. "These are the powers of Lord Vishnu." On hearing the name of Lord Vishnu, Hiranyakashipu became angry once again. He instructed his servants to take Prahlad to the top of the palace and throw him down so that his bones might break on the rocks below. The servants once again did what they were told. But Prahlad thought only of Lord Vishnu as he fell, and so nothing happened to him. Prahlad once again returned to the home of his teacher. The teacher taught him things that a king should know. These precepts of royal policies had been laid down a long time ago by Shukracharya. They taught one the rules for dealing with one's enemies and one's friends. When his education was completed, Prahlad was once again brought before Hiranyakashipu. Son, said Hiranyakashipu, show me what you have learned. How will you deal with your enemies? What enemies? Asked Prahlad. Lord Vishnu is in me. Lord Vishnu is in my friends. And Lord Vishnu is in my enemies. If Lord Vishnu is everywhere, how can there be enemies? I see friends everywhere. Devatas, gods, humans, birds, animals, trees and snakes are all full of the same Lord Vishnu. Therefore, one should look upon the whole world as one looks upon oneself. Hiranyakashipu became mad with anger. He got up angrily and asked Prahlad, is Lord Vishnu in this stone pillar? If not, I will kill you myself. Prahlad calmly replied, Lord Vishnu is everywhere, including this pillar. The furious Hiranyakashipu kicked the pillar, and lo behold, out of it emerged a powerful being, half man, half lion, the nursing avatar of Lord Vishnu. It is mentioned in the Vishnu Puran that Narsingh played with Hiranyakashipu like a cat plays with a mouse before finally eating it, and eventually surpassing all the boons of Lord Brahma given to Hiranyakashipu. Lord Vishnu killed Hiranyakashipu. Lord Vishnu, in his nursing avatar, then asked Prahlad, what boon do you desire, Prahlad? That I may be forever faithful to you. Granted, said Lord Vishnu. What else do you want? That my father's sins be forgiven. Granted, said Lord Vishnu. Prahlad then later went on to become the king of the Daityas, and he ruled well and wisely. He had many sons and grandsons who too had exemplary stories related to Lord Vishnu, all for another session. That is why it is mentioned in Sanatan that if one has a good child, a pious child, a faithful child, then that child has the capability of redeeming generations of ill-doers.